Good morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads, and today we're here to talk about open house marketing. So let me know in the comments panel, do you actually hold open houses? There are a lot of agents that don't, and the point of this call is to put your questions there, and also let me know, do you hold open houses or not? This is primarily for residential. There are some of our clients that use our tools for commercial, but commercial buyers are very different from where we can locate residential buyers. So you can leverage the tools. So a lot of you are doing open houses and Daphne does it and hates it. We're going to get you to love it here on this call here. And let me just say, our open house marketing is really effective at getting you listings. And if you email me, Vince at Listings to Leads, and ask for my open house email, I'm going to tell you, we've had calls for the past, and I just want to tell you about that strategy before we get started here. That is, if you are running 2 to 3 $50 ads on Facebook every week and holding 2 to 4 open houses every weekend, even if you're borrowing these listings to go sit on the open houses, our clients are just totally busy working with buyer leads and working with more listings. Our platform helps you get more listings, okay? And that's what we want. We want all of our clients to have more listings. Obviously, if you're having an open house, you want to run an ad on that, right? So the thing is about open house marketing is, I'm your open house and see what happens. Hate it, because you might have one person roll through that house. That's not what our clients are doing here, okay? So there are kind of 4 things that you want to know, that minimally that you want to be doing. Obviously, you want to, you want to have yard signs pointing people over to your open house. You want to have a nice, some snacks and some drinks or juice or whatever at that open house. Maybe you want to, be fancy and have some really nice music, but I'm going to just to get that open house and have that be a moneymaker for you. Okay. And oh, my audio is cutting out. Is everybody, because I'm clicking on a bunch of things that my my audio is kind of overworking. My computer's getting overworked. Bad. Yeah, bad. Okay. Let's give it a moment for things to kind of warm up here. And let's go to listings. So first of all, your MLS might be delivering the open house information. Yeah. Okay. I hear you, Linda. Thanks, everybody. Let me see. Hold on a second. I am trying, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to turn off my mic settings. We want that. Trying to turn off my camera so that we can hear this a little bit better. Oh, is that better? Okay, good. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going. So what I was saying was there's a lot to open house marketing, and I'm going to talk to you about the tools that are here that you definitely want to be using. Okay. Now, this little icon here means that I have an open house. Okay. That little green house there. And what you want to do, if the open house information came in automatically, great. We're going to email you tools. You can use those. But I'm going to click on edit, because when you click on edit, okay, yeah, okay, cool. I think I know what was kind of wrong there. When we click on edit, we can actually add the open house if it didn't flow in from the MLS. So right here it says open house. I'm on the listing. I'm under edit. I'm on open house. I can click add open house, and I can add a date and time. Right. I've already got one for Saturday, so we'll kind of leave that alone. But once you've got that in there, all of the tools are updated. Now, I will point out that we're going to automatically post that open house post for that listing to your social media accounts, assuming you connected your social media auto posting on your profile. So it kind of looks like an ad, but it's only really reaching the people who follow you and only some of the people who follow you, right? So we're going to do that. That's free. That's automatic. That's nice. But what you really want to do is you want to run a Facebook ad. This is first, and this is going to get buyers, right? So this kind of ad, you want to just run it locally. You don't, if you watch our ads class, you might know that you can run ads in other states on your listings, right? But this one, you don't, if your home is in Florida, for instance, and you're going to run an ad, you don't want to run an open house ad up in New York, because they got to get down there by the weekend, and that's not always going to work. So leaving it here, if you want, you can expand the radius a little bit. You don't need to go too far, but for some of you, maybe a little bit further. We typically recommend running a $50 ad. The default budget is $35, and that is basically $5 a day, okay, over 7 days. That's what this ad is. You can't spend more than 50, or you can't spend more than 35, whatever it's set at. But there is a price per lead, right? And so if in the national price for lead for buyer leads is $3. So if you divide 3 into 50, you would expect 15 or 16 leads, okay? All with name, email, and phone number. You should text, they'll text for you, the AI will, or you text them, say, hey, I see you saw that open house, can I answer any questions for you, right? We're going to be open this weekend, 1 to 5, whatever. Like, text them very simple questions back and forth to just get the dialogue going, okay? Now, I do want to point out one thing, and this is hard to remember, and I know this because we've been talking to realtors for 16 years, and some of you kind of decide to make a open house on Thursday, but the open house is going to be on Saturday or Sunday. And here is a major problem that you may not be aware of. If I run this ad right now, I click create ad, it's ready to go. I would say over here, I'd click in this text, I'd say open house, and I'd say this Sunday, or Saturday, obviously, whatever it is, in Danville, right? Don't have the time in there, and don't have the address in there. Sometimes we're pulling this data right here, this text, from the property description, and some of you will say, hey, beautiful home at 123 Street, blah, 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 right? You want to put that information on the ad because people can just take that and go to Zillow and go find out and do their research. If you leave that address out and you leave the time out, they've got to click this to get the answer, okay? And that's really what you want. You want the lead, okay? But the other more important mistake that agents make is they will wait to run this ad. Like almost every week we have an agent calling us saying, hey, I got an open house tomorrow and I need help running an ad, right? Here's the problem. When I click create ad, you will get a message on our page here that says that was run successfully, right? But Facebook still has to approve the ad. Now, I was helping a lady run an ad 2 days ago, and that ad in the time that we are on the phone, like within 15 minutes was already generating leads, which is awesome. I'd never really seen it happen that fast. However, I have seen clients run ads like we would right here by clicking create ad, and the ad doesn't get approved by Facebook for 24 hours. So if you're waiting to market your open house on Friday and the open house is on Saturday, that ad might actually be active for like 2 hours if you're lucky, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is run your open house marketing ads by Tuesday or Wednesday, the latest, to give you some time. When you run an ad for $50 in your local market, 2,000 to 3,000 people will see that ad. They're going to see sponsored by your business page that you're a realtor who is holding an open house. You won't capture 2,000 leads. You'll divide that number, whatever that budget is, by 3. And that's the average. It may be a little bit higher, maybe a little bit less. And that's how many leads you're going to end up getting. So give yourself time. That's step 1. Run the Facebook ad soon. Step 2 is on this list, there's a nearby homeowner letter. So you can actually, when you come here the first time, this is turned off. It's gray. I like to turn it on, and I'm going to turn it back on. And I'm going to tell you what that's doing. It's actually pulling sold data from that zip code from the last month. Okay, here by clicking pencil, but I'm just going to download it and let's look at it. And this is really important. Like, hopefully, if you're not a client, sign up. It's month to month, 95 a month. It's awesome. So much more than what we're going to talk about today. But we're going to invite you into our private mastermind group on Facebook. And if you are a client, get in the mastermind group, because you will see time and time again, agents will hold an open house for another listing agent. So they borrow the listing, they pull it into their account, and all the tools that they use to market capture leads and send them back to you. Okay. And this one agent, and actually it's happened multiple times, they print out 50 or 100 of these and they walk the neighborhood and let the neighbors know, I've got an open house this weekend, right? Come by. And by clicking that button, it's pulling some local sales data. Okay. And you might want to make sure that that's accurate. But that's actually not the gist of why you want to use this. What the reason why you're using this is, the neighbors probably own a house, right? Maybe there's a few rentals, maybe they're going to come check it out. But this is designed to tell a homeowner that, yeah, I'm selling a home in your neighborhood and you can get your home value for free right here by taking this piece of paper to your own computer and this page where you can get your free home value. Okay. And that's really the power of, so Vala is saying you need to run open house ads 6 to 10 days in advance. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, we just, hope that agents can do it 4 to 5 days. But yeah, the longer you give yourself, the more people are going to see it and plan for that, right? So, but back here on the nearby homeowner letter, this is what you want to door knock around the neighborhood. And you need to give yourself time to get 50 of these out or 100 out. And we have clients that have just done 50 and they get their own listings from this very open house, right? From the same open house, because that's just spelling it out. We're selling a home in your area that affects your home value, get your free home value. And then they reach out to that and they convert it. So that's key. So let's remember, we've run an ad. We've let a few thousand home buyers know that you're having an open house. We've printed 50 or 100 of these. We've let 50 or 100 homeowners know that you're holding an open house this weekend. So what else can we do, right? Over here on the PDF guide section, what we want to do and what you want to think of this, you don't want to think of this as an action that you, I'm just kind of kidding there. You want to realize that this is going to showcase you. This open house is going to showcase the house, but also you and your marketing skills and what you bring, right? So this is a great time for you to actually meet people. And if you can imagine this, if you're going to have more transactions, you're going to end up having to meet more people. And an open house is an awesome opportunity. And that's why our clients are hosting 2 to 4 open houses every week, even if they're not their listings, right? because they know if I use these nearby homeowner letters and I run those ads, I'm going to get people in the open house. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to print out some of these flyers. There are 40 PDF guides in the PDF guide section. They're all branded to you. They're all 5 to 6 pages long. And you can decide which are the most relevant to your local market right now. And once you do that, this is what you're going to do. Now, you don't have to do this, 10 days in advance. You click on print flyers and you're building your open house marketing toolkit. Okay. And this is going to be part of your toolkit. You download this. If you got an awesome LaserJet printer, great. Otherwise, send it over to Kinko's, have them print that for you. And while you're at it, go buy like a little acrylic or frame or tabletop stand, right? And you put these separate ones for different topics around the house, right? They're branding your office, right? And now, ever since COVID, everybody knows what a QR code is. So they can download that report for free as long as they give you their contact information. So if there's one in the laundry room, there's one in the master bedroom, there's one in the office, maybe there's one over in the dining room, but while you're in the kitchen, your brand is all over the house, okay? This is going to make you stand out, right? So you need to only print these one time. You don't have to do this each time you have an open house. There's another really useful tool that our clients love, and that's over here in the media library. You don't often go over here, but we do create a lot of content for you that you can use for various social media things. But the thing I want you to know, especially for open houses, is on this tab here that's media, which is the tab that you drop on as soon as you hit here. There's all kinds of content. This fourth one here, which says 100+ marketing plan, long video. This is a 5-minute commercial about our listing presentation. Okay. And if you don't, let me ask, can I get a quick yes or no? Does everybody know yes or no about our listing presentation? That is a very important tool that is crushing it for our clients all over the country. Just a yes or no in the comments panel. So this is a 5-minute video. You can, and so what you do is you play it. You don't have to listen to the groovy music, but there is music on it if you want to do that. You might have your own. So good. A lot of people are learning about the listing presentation. It is winning. I talk to agents every day, and every agent who has used it has won their listing presentation in the past 2 months. And I'm talking to at least one new agent is doing a listing presentation. But what we're talking about here is the video, okay? And this is basically a commercial. It doesn't talk about listings to leads. It says, this is what I do when I am selling your home. So if we kind of backtrack, we've run an ad to let thousands of people know you've got an open house. You've given the nearby homeowner letter to 50 or 100 local homeowners. Who's going to walk through that open house? Probably people who own a home. And this video is telling those people, this is what I do to sell a home. Right now, if they don't have a smart TV or the home isn't furnished, you might have a laptop or an iPad that you can be running this on. But you can download this video, excuse me, and you can upload it to your own channel, or you can find it on our YouTube channel by just typing in that TV, and you upload it to your own YouTube channel. Either way. But that is a really powerful message talking about all the things that we do, to market a home, right? And so we've talked about the video, we've talked about the print flyers, we've talked about running the ad, and then we've also talked about just using the nearby homeowner or tool that I forgot to mention that I definitely want you to be aware of. And that is that we have an online sign-in form, okay? And our clients actually use this in different ways. I've seen some of our clients, well, let's wait till we get there. I have the open house here. So if I click on market listing, there you'll see halfway down the list. Letitia, this is being recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel. Everybody knows about our YouTube channel, right? I'll show you how to find that once we're done here. So this is all the marketing tools. So, yes, we create postcards, and yes, there is an open house. There's really no time to get an open house postcard out. I think using the nearby homeowner letter and door knocking, that is the way to go. But there is an open house sign-in form, and there's even a QR code. And we've seen some of our clients take this QR code, put it on a piece of paper, and tape it right to the front door and say, hey, the homeowner would love it if you would sign in before you come into the house. Please scan here, right? So you can actually do those sorts of things. And either way, that's going to take them to this page here, right? And this is a simple form that asks a few questions, right? And they got to drop in their email. And once they do, you're going to get that lead with those answers. Do I have a realtor? No, I don't have a realtor. And you start to, we get some information for you, and then we send them a mobile optimized website to their phone. Okay. So they will be able to, you'll be able to gather contact information, whether you have this form sitting, on your laptop and just say, hey, we love your feedback once you come through the house. Or maybe you want to do it the way that some of our clients do, and they print this up and they make their own page and they ask people to sign in before. Super useful. So there's a handful of tools that are designed to get more buyers into the house and get more homeowners into the house. And what we're showing you is, hey, there's a lot of tools that can brand you and tell people the story of what you're doing. So that is really how you market an open house. I will say this. If I mentioned our YouTube channel, so let's go over here to marketing calendar, and let's go to resources. You should all know about this page right here, resources, right? You can join our mastermind group here, which is invaluable. You should be scanning that at least 15 minutes a week, because Scott and I talk about the technology that's going on here, but also our clients, they're sharing what's working and their questions. So you can learn a lot there from our mastermind group. But over here is our YouTube channel. And I definitely, every client, so you've heard, and somebody asked, is this recorded? Every class that we do, whether Scott does it or I do it, we record it. They all end up on this YouTube channel. And you could be a client, or you could just be a realtor who's not a client. And you will come, you're welcome to watch these, right? On the live tab here, these are the live classes. And right now, this is a live class. So there's a lot of people who are watching us on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, but you can sign up for those here, and you can also watch the past ones down here. And somewhere on this, if you email me, I have it embedded in my now it's not here, in my email. There's a class with Brian Mathewson, which is honestly, it's an outstanding discussion and a strategic discussion on open house marketing. And if you look for Brian on this list with the magnifying glass, it might be, you might be able to find it. I used to know right where it was, but also our videos are recorded on the videos page and on the on the live page. So definitely get on this page and check it out. You get there by going to marketing calendar and resources, YouTube, mastermind group. You can sign up for live classes here. And you can also watch, our Instagram channel. We put a lot of content there. So wherever you are, just sort of to keep us in front of you and also to help you learn. That's why we put so much content on those pages. So I think that's honestly the story of how you take our open house marketing and turn it into more listings. Are there any questions about what I've discussed here? Because it's actually not that complicated, but you do want to have a lot of those tools ready so that you're not doing it last minute. You're not running your ad last minute, and you're giving yourself time to let those neighbors know, especially the homeowners, that you're having an open house. That's how our clients, it's the nearby homeowner letter that literally helps our clients double and triple their listing count, right? And you don't even have to have the listing. You could go up here and click add listing, click grab listing, and borrow it, and just drop in the zip code and MLS and pull it in. And all these tools that I've been showing you are going to be auto-generated. We'll auto-post it to social media. You can run your ad. So I don't see any questions right now. So I want to talk about one other thing because I mentioned it, and that is our listing presentation. And a lot of you know about it, but a lot of you don't know about it. So when you come to the listings page, there is a tab called listing presentation right here, okay? And it's pretty cool. Actually, it's almost unbeatable, okay? But there's a way to make that listing presentation even more powerful. And that is by creating a new one for a particular listing. So let's say you got a listing lead from that open house, and they're like, hey, I'd love for you to come by and talk to you about my house, right? Go into listings, click manual, and manually create the listing. Walk over there and take a photograph of the front of the home with your smartphone. Put it on your computer and follow the steps that I'm going to show you now. Drop this down to listing presentation. That's going to tell us don't upload it, right? Don't auto post it. Put in the homeowner's name. You could put in the name and email. It's not really critical, but just say beautiful home in wherever, whatever city, right? And you do need the street address, and that's going to show up on the cover. So having their name and their street address is going to personalize this. And then just put beautiful home in Orlando, wherever it is, and then save and add one photograph. That's all you need to do to create that. So I actually have one created. So I'm going to kind of get that baking, and I see some questions. A good time now to ask your questions, because I'm going to take a break while this listing presentation pulls up. So this one, you see, it's not sold, it's not active, it's not open house, it's listing presentation. So that takes the one image that I put in here, and it embeds it throughout our listing presentation. So I'm going to show this to you in a moment. There is a downloaded version, which means it's a print version in a PDF, and there's a flipbook version. You want to download this and print it and bind it if you can, and leave it behind with the homeowner. But you also want this one, the flipbook version, on your laptop or on your iPad ready when you walk in the house. So I see some questions, and let's look at that. Shoban from Coldwell Banker Schmidt, boy, long-term, 10-year client. Can you please get of what you discussed? There are issues with the sound. Oh, yeah. So Siobhan, if you can hear me, this call is recorded, and it will be I'm going to send you all my email right now. You can email me at vince@listings2leads. And we have a very in-depth call about open house marketing, right? So I'm sending you my email now. And okay, hold on a second. I do see some other. Can the flipbook also be personalized? So it's baking now. We'll go answer those questions in just a minute. I'm mainly focused on sellers and buyers, but does this work for rentals as well? Yes, you can actually, you definitely want to be running ads on homes that are for lease. The status is for lease. So it's not just listed, it's not just sold, it's not pending, it's for lease. And once you change it, the text will all be recommending. Now, this is the presentation that I was talking about. And somebody asked, can this be personalized? And if I had the name, it would say presented by for that homeowner, right? For their name, and it's their address. And that picture is their home, right? So you've done it. It's personalized to you on every page. And it talks about all the things. So if you remember, I said, hey, run this video at the open house. That's the video version of this, okay? Now, you should probably read this a couple of times. And when I click on, I want to show you what's actually closing it. So you can say, hey, I created single property websites and virtual tours. This is what it's going to look like in my email marketing. I have it on YouTube. It's all just, you can just read through this, right? But you can also, this page right here is what's closing listings across the country for the past, every week for the past 2 to 3 months, right? You stop at the dinner table and you say, hey, you know what, while we're here, why don't you take a picture of that code with your smartphone and watch what happens. And what happens is we automatically send them a link that they can click on, and their phone is sitting on top of their phone. It's in their phone. And they will be able to let you know they'll be able to click on it and they'll see that, oh, this captures leads. This page right here is what's closing it. So get this ready for a particular homeowner, and that's you want to have that, and that's as much as you can personalize it, Kelly, right? Does LDL let us know if Facebook has run out of money? And that's a good question. I think the answer is yes. So when you run an ad, you should always check in the following day and look at your cost per lead. Okay, you'll see here my cost per lead is $2.12. Here it's $3. Here it's $6. So you divide that into your budget, 35 bucks, right? If you see a buyer lead costing you $10 a lead, and you'll see it right here, CPL, turn off that lead. Just turn it off. It'll be green, turn it off. If you see a lead coming in, and we've seen this, we've got clients in Texas running ads, and they're getting leads for $1.07, okay? That's really cheap. So the average lead cost is $3 in the US for buyer leads. And so if they're charging you $1, you might want to click edit and increase the budget, and maybe even extend the lead. Because if you're getting name, email, and phone number of interested buyers for $1, that's good value. That's good money. Okay. So we typically will tell you when the ad is not performing. I think that Facebook is going to notify you if you ran out of budget. Okay. And normally what happens is, like, if you're running an ad and let's say you put 50 bucks, okay, and you generate 20 leads, like in the first 3 days, you've run out of that 50 bucks. You still have 7 days, but you've run out of cash. Facebook will email and you say, hey, you're out of money on your ad. Click here to add budget. What we typically notify people is if you've run an ad and it's not working, like we can tell that nobody is reaching, it's not being seen, and it's not collecting leads. If we see that in like a 48-hour period, we email you and we tell you, hey, you should go turn that off and run another ad, right? And Facebook is kind of glitchy. I don't know, it's, you know, where it's happening, but occasionally that does happen. So any other questions? Let's see. I did send everybody my email. And so if you do have, if you want to see that deeper open house email with Brian Mathewson, it's super strategic. I really recommend watching that, because I know in that call, Brian says, hey, if I could get my agents, he has an office for this, if I could get my agents to hold 2 open houses every week, I could pretty much guarantee them 36 transactions a year. I don't know if you guys are having 36 transactions a year, but I can definitely figure out, I can pencil out why you would have so many transactions. We have a lot of clients, and I know I'm repeating myself, who are running 2 to 3 Facebook ads every week. Some of them are on the open houses, and they're also holding 2 to 4 open houses every week, and they are busy with clients, with business. That's what we want you to see for you. And that's why you need to start figuring out, how can I run ads, giving myself 5 days for at least 2 open houses every week, get my toolkit ready, get my video ready, get my my PDF guides ready, get my nearby homeowner letters out there, get my sign-in form ready, and maximize the open house. I'm sure you've seen it as well. Like every year I see some survey, like, is it worth it to have an open house? What's your answer, realtors, right? And people vote. And often the answer is no, it's not worth it. And you know what? If you're putting a date in the MLS and waiting for things to happen, it is really not worth it. If you're using these tools in the ways that I've just showed you, you will find it is more than worth it. Okay. And so let's see. Whoa, Jakob, what you had somebody charge you a buyer lead for $50. That's horrible. And what was that kind of ad that you were running? What were you running to do to get that lead? What was that? And so let's go over here to the dashboard while we wait for that answer. So Jakob's saying he ran an ad on Facebook and got charged $50 for a lead. So I'm going to go to the dashboard and I'm going to click on generate buyer leads, because I can kind of guess what he did, but hopefully he'll answer and let me know what he actually ran to get that. And while we're waiting for that answer, let me show you what I think happened. So when we go to the dashboard here, and this is to generate buyer leads, everything to capture buyer leads is on this page. Okay. You can run ads on Facebook. You can run ads on Google. We wouldn't recommend running ads on Google for buyer leads. We do definitely recommend Facebook. You've got emails, you've got short form videos, and there should be, boy, that's really ridiculous. All of your landing pages for buyers should be here. All of your active listings for buyers should be here. And all of your buyer PDF guides are here. And I'm just going to set that up so that they're there. And the way that Yaka is saying he got a $50 buyer lead, which, part of vernacular, but that's kind of a ripoff to me, right? When I know that the average cost of a buyer lead is $3, and I've seen clients get buyer leads at $1.07, I definitely don't want our clients generating buyer leads for $50. But this is kind of how it happens when I see it happen. They might say, hey, I don't have any listings and I don't know any realtors, so I'm going to run a PDF guide ad for buyers, right? There are 40. They're all branded to you, right? And so it doesn't matter which one you want to do. Let's say how to find 6 things to check before you buy, right? So this ad will be pre-written. Lead ads means you get name, email, and phone number. That's very important. Use lead ads always. And we basically write the ad. We do a $35 ad, and you type in, your favorite city, right? Wherever you want this to show. That's how you do that. This is for buyers, right? It's meant for people thinking of buying a home. And you would think that if you create this ad, that maybe you'd get like a $3 buyer lead, but they always charge more for PDF guide leads. Like the average cost is $10. And who can you complain to? is I think Mark Zuckerberg is the guy you want to talk to. The support at Facebook is almost non-existent. It's close to useless. It does exist. It's only via email, and it's very difficult to get anybody on the phone. But that is, Zillow or Realtor can charge more than $40 per lead. Yeah, that's true, Luis. That Zillow does charge more. There are a lot of companies that charge more per lead, but when we talk about Facebook ads, if Zillow, Zillow is not running ads on Facebook to get your leads. They're using their website to capture leads, and they charge you kind of accordingly. Our system, when we're talking about running Facebook ads, if you run an ad on a home that is for sale or open house, you're going to get buyer leads at the average cost of $3 a lead with name, email, phone number. Okay. If you run an ad on a PDF guide for buyers, those leads can easily cost you $10, $12, $15. Same buyer, same contact information, just more money per lead. So I don't often suggest running PDF guides for buyers because running ads on homes that are for sale is a slam dunk. Okay. And also, Luis, that whole discussion of Zillow and Realtor.com, there is those are the people are there because they're looking for real estate, right? When people are on Facebook, they're looking at what their friends are doing. They're looking at cats. They're looking at the things they follow, and your ad might hit them at the right time. So it's not like they came to Facebook looking for real estate answers. You just offered them an answer with your ad, and it worked. When they went to Zillow, they actually had real estate on their mind. So that's kind of why they justify a higher price per lead. That being said, we have clients coming to us from Realtor.com and Zillow every day of the week because the ROI is not there for them on that, right? On that. And for a lot of clients, it is there. Like they're spending I don't know. I was listening to a realtor say he spends $5,000 a month on Zillow leads, doesn't get one ad, doesn't get one transaction out of it. But that's what he's heard he's got to do, and that's what he's doing. $5,000 a month. If you divide 5,000, I would say divide 3,000 by on Facebook. You're going to have 1,000 buyer leads with name, email, and phone number. That's a lot of leads. Use our AI software on the left to convert those, right? To 11% of those to a phone call. And then take the other 2% and run ads to get more listings. Now, those listing leads cost more, easily $7 each, even more than that. But if you just take 10, and you divide $2,000 by 10, you're going to have 200 leads with name, email, and phone number, people thinking of selling their home. So there's definitely a reason. There's definitely a reason to not be using these super overpriced models. Our Facebook ad software is super easy to use. The default software gets name, email, and phone number with every lead. You definitely want to be leveraging this for any realtor, right? But as we speak about open house marketing, kind of tie it up, you want to be running 2 to 4 ads, or 2 to 4 open houses every week, even if you're borrowing those listings. You now know that you're going to have tools to engage the homeowners, right? And to impress those homeowners, right? And so you're going to end up, the goal is to get more listings with your open houses. To run the ads, you're going to get buyers into your open houses, right? That's definitely what you want to be doing. So, are there any other questions? That's kind of my story for today. I showed you a few other things other than open house marketing, but definitely, there are kind of 3 things that are really going like gangbusters for our clients. 1 is open house marketing, 2 is Facebook ads, and 3 is the listing presentation that I just showed you, right? Now, we do have, on our YouTube channel, I do a class called Top Tools for More Listings. And that's how you farm, right? Farming takes a little more time, right? You're planting seeds, you're farming. It doesn't return super fast. Some things will, but some things won't. But you have a farm area for a reason. That is an area you want to dominate. You might be competing against other realtors, but we have like a very thorough system, not too far off from the open house marketing, that will help you build out that area. There's a lot here in listings to leads. We'll often hear it's overwhelming. I understand that. Scott and I have designed a platform that has a lot of value for you. Why would we do that? Well, we want you as customers, right? So we're going to offer a lot of value so you can't kind of walk away from it. You need it at every stage of your business. And that is actually true for listings to leads, okay? However, what's the flip side of that? That can be overwhelming. I have to learn this. That's why, you want to take classes like this. That's why you want to get on our YouTube channel. I want to point this out right here, because you have not all seen this. There is a 6-minute video right here, and look for Facebook ad cheat sheet. Okay, it's on our YouTube channel. It's 6 minutes, and we have thousands of ads run through our platform every month, and we'll analyze them. We'll see what are the highest performing ads. And this video shows you how to create the highest performing ad. Whether it's an open house, just listed, or sold, you can run those ads confidently. And after you watch this 6-minute video and you've done it 2 or 3 times, you're going to know exactly what you need to do. And it takes about 60 seconds to run that ad. Your budget's going to decide on how many leads you're going to generate, right? So check out our YouTube channel. If you have my email, if you want the open house deeper discussion with Brian Matheson, just send me an email. I highly recommend it. He's been a long-term broker client. He is very strategic about all of his moves, and he is leveraging open houses, top tier, way above and beyond what the average realtor is doing. I think you'd benefit a lot from watching that. Everybody, thanks for joining me today. I hope this helped you. Don't forget, we have a great support team down here at the left. You can ask your questions down here, and they're all watching that. If you need a team account or a broker account, let me know. You can always reach out to me if you have questions as well. You have my email there. Thanks for joining me, and let us know in the mastermind group how your open houses are going, because a lot of our clients, they're going out, they're listening to our responses. I'm going to show you something before I let you go. And they're learning from each other of like, hey, this is what I did. And if you look at our YouTube channel, you will see that about a week ago, I think it was a week ago, we had Tamara Loban, who is a new broker client. She has a team account with us as well. And when we do team accounts, I am directly training that office, right? Here, it's all of you as agents, you're joining, kind of self-driven here, right? So we actually did a call with Tamara about a week ago. And so when I rolled her out, I said, hey, you got to do these things. You got to do these kinds of open houses. You got to run these kinds of ads. You got to farm your market this way and go do it. And sure enough, she followed my directions and she's coming in. Oh, I see that. It does not connect. Yeah. That's a good. Oh, I'm glad. Thanks, Derek. I'll answer that. Let me pull this up. So Shoban asked, Facebook does not connect to create an ad. My Facebook. So, and Derek said you do need to have a Facebook business page to run ads. And that's, if you don't have that, it will ask you to, it won't ask you, it'll just sort of give you an error message and it won't connect. The other thing, Shaban, is if you've had another account with us, maybe you were with another company. Let's go here. It's blocking it. It's not allowing you to connect. So if you want to email me, I can go look in the back and see what's going on. So this is, I can tell, this is Tamara from South Florida. And she actually comes in here and says, hey, this listing presentation is a game changer. If you look in her comments below, she generated 3 listings in 3 weeks by creating a unique listing presentation for each presentation she went on. So I think she has her own source of getting leads, but this listing presentation, which I showed you earlier, it's closing the deal. And it's worthwhile getting your arms around that, right? So how to get to YouTube, that is 6 minutes you want us to watch. Okay. So if you go to our YouTube channel and you click on this magnifying glass, type in this 100 plus and hit enter. And there are 2 versions of this video. We'll see it in a moment. One is longer than the other. That's really the only difference. Let's see here. Right there. 100-point marketing plan, right? Now, you can download it inside of your account, right? Or you can just point your computer, your TV, your smart TV to this. If you download it, you can upload it to your own channel, and that kind of looks good for you, right? But it's right here. It's also inside the system under listings. Is it here? No, I'm sorry. It's not here. It's under media library, own channel. So give me a second and we'll get over there. So when you click on media library, there's media library here, which will be the default page we drop you on. And it's the 4th item here, which says 100-point marketing plan. And when you click it, you will notice that it is about 5 minutes long. Okay. So it's a long commercial. It's running. You just want to kind of have it looping on your TV, and that's going to really help branding and market you. Okay. There's no listings to leads logo on that. It's just generic, but it's talking about everything that we're helping you do automatically. Any other questions? Sorry. That's a different video. That's a different video. Sorry. So that was this one. Sorry. That is the marketing video that, sorry, I didn't read fully. There's a 6-minute video. And let's type in the word cheat sheet. It's Facebook, but I noticed he has this in the title. So if you type in cheat sheet, this video is invaluable. Our ad software for Facebook, it is incredibly powerful. It is super cost effective. We don't take any percentage of your ad budget. We don't. You're using us. That's what we're earning our money from, right? But by running ads on Facebook and doing it effectively, you can get a lot of leads with name, email, and phone number, and your money's gonna go far. And I do want to say, because I literally just got off the phone before this call, the average conversion of leads is 1%. It's just like an internet lead, right? 1%. So you need 100 leads to convert one, right? We do have teams here who are, teams seem to be a little more systematic about conversion, who convert 5 and 6% of their leads to transactions. Now, inside the system, over on the leads tab, you can actually sign up with our AI software, which is converting 11% of our leads to a phone call. And I'm pretty sure all of you are awesome on the phone, right? You know your value, you know your area. So using Facebook to get a good volume of leads, using our AI software to get those volume of leads to phone calls, well, then you take the phone call and you close a meeting and you close a signature at your meeting. Thanks everybody for joining me here today. I hope this was helpful to you. Run your ads, give yourself time, get your open house toolkit. If you email me about open house marketing, he actually shares a list that you can use, which should be your work list for every open house. And again, it's systematic. This, we've been here for 16 years. There's no company that can capture as many leads per dollar as us. Just doesn't exist. There's no company creating as many tools for you that capture leads. It's not just about open house. There's all kinds of stuff here. But open house marketing and Facebook ads and listing presentations are making money for our clients right now in this market this week. So please use those tools. And Siobhan, okay. One more question. I have time for questions. On the nearby homeowner letter, the letter uses the word looking to close soon. Can we use this in a recent listing? Yeah, you can actually edit that. So what she's talking about is it's called the nearby homeowner letter, which is actually, I've been telling you, you need to use that at open houses to get the homeowners in the neighborhood into your house, right? But every time you see in our system, it's kind of like good to know, but whenever you see a green button, think of green like a stoplight. Green means go. So we're kind of saying, hey, you need to hit green to go, right? Now, I've got a home that we won't use the open house one. We'll just say this is pending, right? Every listing has a nearby homeowner letter. And Siobhan is talking, you're looking close soon. And can we use this on a recent listing? So you want to use the sold one if it's already sold, Siobhan. You want to put the listing in and have it sold. And let me go back because I actually have a sold property in here already. So we grab listings that are sold, but you can manually add it. And you definitely want to do that if you want more listings in that neighborhood. So I have one here that's sold. So I'm going to click market listing. And then I'm going to click on the nearby homeowner letter. And yes, I mentioned that green means go, and we want you to click that. But pencil means edit. And you can edit anything you want there, Siobhan. But now that this home is sold, the text, the language of this letter should be kind of perfect. This is one of the top tools that our clients use when they want more listings. I showed it to you in relation to an open house, but if you have a listing in a good neighborhood, you can say this home is just sold. You want to check it out, go there. That link and that is going to offer them a home value. Then in the same letter, we're going to say, hey, that affects your home value. Go here to get your free home value. And that page we created for you automatically. So this single piece of paper, not digital, gets the highest quality seller leads because you are mailing it to people with equity. If you have our company built-in printer here, you can click print and mail, and they will mail it to people with equity. Okay? You click this button here, and you can say, hey, I want to do a 1 or 2 or 3 mile radius. They only mail it to people that own the home, single family homes for more than 6 years. This is kind of genius, right? There is one downside that I don't like about this. The upside is it's fast. You just click a couple buttons, it's done. You don't have to touch a thing. The downside is that the letter looks kind of like bulk mail. So there is a company that we found out about called Direct Mail, Zaire Mail. I call it Zaire Mail because it reminds me of the old country in Africa. But you don't need a monthly agreement with these guys. You can just do like one-off sendings. And they have the font that's like super cool, so it looks like handwritten stuff. The point of the letter itself, it's kind of obvious, right? It's like we're sold a home in your area, right? And we don't make this letter really wordy. We want people to scan it and make a decision in seconds, right? And the decision we want them to make is go find out what your home value is, right? So getting this letter into the home and having people open it is key. Having a handwritten letter can really, envelope can really be effective. I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to say goodbye. There are 3 minutes left. I do have another call, but if you have questions, let me know and I will try to answer them. This lady here, Pat, is in Louisiana, has been a client of ours for, I think, 15 years. She's one of our earliest clients. And for years, she talks about the Nearby Homeowner letter. And she always mails out a batch of 100 just listed. And then when the home's sold, a batch of 100 when it's sold. She also prints on the back with Microsoft Publisher. So it has that localized stamp. And she handwrites these things. In this batch, she got 8 listings, 4 from the first batch and 4 from the second batch of sold. I don't think that Copy Express Copy is going to have those kinds of results. You might have better results with Zaire Mail, but you will probably have your best results if you're handwriting these things. A lot of time taken there, right? So test these things out. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I don't see any more questions. This call is recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit up support for help if you get stuck. Check out our YouTube channel. And also, if you need a team account, my contact information is on the website, Vincent Listings to Leads. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.